Hello, beautiful star beings, and welcome. I'm Tara Kindon, the Celestial Manifester, and you are here to experience the 1111 portal. Today is 1111 of 2022, which is a very magical experience. Okay, this happens once a year. 1111 happens once a year, but 1111 in 2022 happens today. Now, whether you are watching this in the moment or whether you're watching this later on, different day, doesn't matter. The energy is the energy. And if we're multidimensional beings living multi-consciously, then it doesn't matter when you watch this. Whenever you're here is the perfect time for you to experience this conversation and this energy. You've been guided here in the moment for a reason. So sit back, relax, and see how this lands for you in your heart. Not in your head, but in your heart, because we're going to go a little bit deeper into moving from that, duality, polarity consciousness, which is the mind, which either sees things in black or white, right or wrong, this way, that way. It doesn't see things holistically. The heart only feels into things holistically. It only has the ability to magnetize towards it. In human design, it's almost been proven through quantum physics that the heart is a magnetic monopole, and it's only able to attract towards it. It creates this, I think it's a toroidal, I'm just saying that wrong, but y'all can Google it. It's like this really beautiful funneling that happens and creates an electromagnetic field around you. Your heart can feel 10 feet out. If you follow heart math, you'll learn more about how effective the heart is as opposed to the brain, and that it can communicate via your energetic field, your energetic state with other people 10 feet away from them. So they're feeling your energy before you're there. And I feel like this is true even online. So what does this mean for today? That 1111, like I said, only happens once a year, okay? So 2022, which is the year we're in, is actually a master number. And it's an intense awakening. It's a light code awakening. So the word light in numerology adds up to 29. But when we dwindle it down, it becomes 1111. Very special, very powerful, very interesting. We're getting a light code awakening, if you will. Now, we've also just come off this Taurus full moon lunar eclipse literally 3 days ago. So your minds are like, and your whole foundation might be like, this is okay. This is shaking you up and pulling you out of the thought processing, because you honestly, most of you probably can't put together the pieces of like what just happened or what's happening or why things are going the way they're going, because it's meant to pull you into the present moment. It's meant to pull you into like the consciousness of just being here, which is it's terrifying for some people, especially people who have a lot of Taurus energy or fixed sign energy. Like we've got Taurus fixed, Scorpio fixed, like this is working this axis right now. And it's creating a polarity and causing you to have to like think about things a little bit differently. But instead of thinking about things, it's forcing you to go into your heart, if that makes sense. Right. And then we also just had Mars go retrograde. So October 30th. Oh my God, I just lost my earring. What does that mean? Venus is here. That's what I forgot to mention. Today is Friday, and Fridays are Venus's day. And I put in these special funky new earrings that I purchased for Venus. So there, she wanted to remind you she's here. She's with you today, and she's with me. There you go. All right, Mars, you get the stage now. So he went retrograde on the 30th of October, right? And he'll go direct on the 12th. So he's working with us in Gemini. So look to your Gemini to see like what's being activated here for me. If you've ever wanted to write that book, if you've ever wanted to go deep into your teachings, this is the time, people. Those of you who've been taking all the courses and doing all the things, it is now your time to go and lead the work. And it's going to slow you down to get a little bit more methodical, but come from that heart-based place, Venus, to approach your work differently. Okay, so that 11 that I talked about when we dwindled down the word light from 29 to 11, it represents our inner light. Okay, so the word light And every word has a code and frequency, right? But the word light, like I said, adds up to 29, but when it reduces down to 11. And when your inner light is shining, you're able to be highly connected to super consciousness. Your spiritual self, your higher self is literally in direct communication with you when you're in the vibes, when you're not thinking, overthinking, trying to figure it out, but you're just being in the moment. You're being present, you're being here, and you're being now. There is this massive, intense awakening that can happen and a transformation that can happen. So, moving from your head into your physical body, into your heart, will be a game changer for those of you who understand the multidimensionality of that, right? Moving away from right, wrong, this, that. If you're being triggered and you have a reaction that's like, ooh, that was so, XYZ, you're still in the mind, you're still operating. If you're getting mad about things or you're getting really triggered by things and it's forcing you to, you're thinking about it a lot, just know it's time for you to make a change and shift into more of like, how do I feel about this? And why am I feeling this about this? It's giving you an awareness and an opening, allowing you to learn to be more receptive. Okay. So 2020, 22. Oh my God, guys, too many notes here. But 2-2 is a receptivity. It's an observation. It's about listening to that. It's the archetype of peace. How can we find more peace, right? So when we look at 22, the word is peace. How can we be in more peace? If you are listening, if you are being receptive, you are in peace. You're not trying to figure it out. You're not trying to like understand or work with it or feel like you know what's what. You're just in it, in the present moment, and that creates peace. So this big transition we're going through is bringing in more light and more peace. And who doesn't need more light and peace in their life? And it's funny because we'll look at the human design chart and it's giving us like full on manifestor vibes, which is about peace, wanting peace. Okay. So when we look at 1111 plus the 2022, it adds up to the number 10. Okay. So it's like the 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 gives you 10, 1, 0. And that is the God number. Interesting, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, love and light, it's the alpha and omega of the numbers. It's the 1 and the circle. Okay, it's the line and the circle. Magic, total magic. And this is literally a portal of initiation. So we're all being initiated, and there's almost like a death and a transformation that has to happen. So you can either go willingly or fight it all the way to the end, but there will be no rebirth if you can't let yourself get into the flow. Okay. There's just listening. You have a choice here to go to the heart, go to the heart. Also, when we look at just the 1111, it creates a 4. It gives you a 4. And 4 is about grounding. It's the number of the earth. Interesting that we just had this full moon Taurus eclipse, right? And thinking about like the 4, we have 4 directions, 4 seasons. There's a 4 cycle for the life cycle. And this is again coming into the heart. Can't say that even more. We'll go into the charts now because I figure this is a perfect way to actually show you how it looks, how it shows up. Crazy hair going on right now. I just feel all the feels because it's so good. Okay, let's look at the astrology first, friends. So here we go. Here's your astrology chart. This is the transits based on where I'm located in the moment. And if you look at the eclipse happened down here in the 4th house, shaking up the 4th house. Today is Venus's day. Where's Venus today? Well, she's up here in Scorpio. She's leading the charge today in the 10th house. So for those of you who are thinking about making a career change, you're wanting to be more powerful in your work, you're working on communication, because Mercury and the sun are conjunct here still, very close to the south node. There's a cleansing, there's a clearing, there's a rebirthing. This is all Scorpio's domain, right? But it happens to be in the 10th house. So it's like, boom, do you want to be more powerful or not? This is our time. This is our time. And then there's a beautiful trine coming down here to Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. Water, 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 water. So have a bath, be in your Venus vibes, go and cleanse and clear. With Jupiter being at the last degree of Pisces, it's the end of the zodiac. There is something going to be permanently removed, let go, released. What is it? And it could be around your identity and your work. It could be around the way you've been showing up or not showing up in your work in the world. And whether that's your work in your home, your work in your community, your work period as how you make money, doesn't matter. It's about something within this domain today specifically that it's time for a little renovation, a little release, a little let go, and a little move forward. Neptune is there. Neptune is higher consciousness, really bringing you into this like powerful alignment. I should do this, not this. Powerful connection and alignment saying, ooh, let's go all creative, let's go juicy, let's go deep, and let's make it all beautiful and fabulous. Okay. When we talked about Mars being in retrograde, look over here to the 6th house. And again, look to your chart. Where is Scorpio? Where is Taurus? Where is Pisces? And so on and so forth. That's where it's going to be affecting you specifically. But if I'm just looking at this chart and the energy of where it is and what's up, this is generally, if you're like, I don't know transits, I don't care, this is what's up. Okay. 6th house energy here with that moon, and Mars is feelings are super attached. This is like a conjunction here today saying, hey, we got to get our routine down. We got to figure this thing out. Some of you have been working too hard. Some of you in this moment, I just look at my clock. It's literally 11:11 right now. If you're working too hard, you need to hear this. There can be more ease and flow in your day. If you keep pushing yourself as hard as you're pushing, you are going to burn yourself out. There is a trine here to Vesta. Vesta is heart, fire, desire. I've been talking nonstop in like my Divine Feminine Frequency group about desire and knowing what is your desire, what lights your heart up. What are you passionate about? What do you want to be doing? Because emotions and Mars are triggering this today, working together with it, saying, yes, baby, what is it? Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? Now, let me stop the share. Let me go over to the HD so I can show you this sexy chart. Today, we're all emotional manifestors. So if you're feeling highly emotional, this is all good. It's all good. There's an awareness here happening. But you see this beautiful, like, you see this connection here. This is the 4323. This is the 81. So when we look at this, this is the freak to genius, okay? So we're all a little freakish today. We're getting insights, ideas directly from source being like, wow, where did that come from? It was like, I wasn't going to do this video. And all of a sudden it was just like, you got to go do this video. There's all this information people need to know. Boom, go. And I was like, okay, here I go. And I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, feeling, and seeing that I think you need to be aware of, right? So when we're grounded in our ability to communicate this new idea, this new vision in an easy way, it's correct. Because the insights are coming through to you. This is what you're shining in, these insights, your wisdom, your knowingness. Remember when I said, maybe it's time for you to teach, for those of you who've been taking all the courses and like sitting on them and stewing on them, go, it's go time, go, 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 go. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. What matters is you get it out, because we're all experiencing this wide open emotion, spleen center. It is amplifying fear. So if you're sitting in fear right now, take the fear and transform it into insight, into instinct, to just like go with your feelings you're receiving directly from spirit that are initiating you, activating you, moving you forward. It is your time, and the time is now. Okay, we've got South Node here in the 1. This is the gate of purpose. So when we look at your purpose, what is your purpose? Your purpose is literally you being you authentically. So if it's wearing fun earrings, if it's going and doing the thing, it's doing videos, it's doing audios, it's doing whatever it is, go and do it. Try it out. Try it on. See what works. And whatever doesn't work, flush it. Move on. Then we move into where we're going. North Node here is in the 2, allowing, the gate of allowing. I've said this multiple times in readings, but like yesterday specifically, I said to a client, like, can you just lean back and feel like universe is putting its arms around you and giving you this big bear hug and saying like, I got your back. You can't screw this up. There's no way you can screw this up. So what if you just went for it? What if you just trusted that you're going to know what you need to know in the moment you're going to need to know it? What would that feel like? I know. Okay. I know. So moon is in gate 12. Mars is in gate 12 with it. Gate 12 is here. This is the gate of the channel. If there was ever a day where you could receive information that was like mind-blowingly amazing, this is the day. So get your notepads close by, keep your voice notes close by, and any crazy things you get coming through, they're like, whoa, where did that come from? What is that thing? Document, because you will use it later or you will use it in the moment. That's up to you. But I feel like with the sun being in the 43, Mercury being in the 43, and Venus being in the 43, they're all working with us to give us these juicy insights, right? Juicy insights. And, you know, we all have the ability to have all of the charts, but this is what's transiting today. So for those of you who have some of this stuff natally, you're going to be like feeling all the feels, right? Those insights that are coming through to you are just going to rock your world. And as they rock your world, you're going to be able to communicate about it. You're going to be able to be in the divine flow of it, having Venus there supporting you, helping you. It's tapping into knowledge, really understanding the insights, because you have the ability to expand people's understanding of the world if you choose to say the thing, right? And to align with the right timing, to trust you'll know how to share it and when you need to share it, because there's an element of divine timing. No one wants to hear this, but divine timing is key. It's always key. It's always key. Jupiter is in the gate 25, which is the gate of spirit, saying, hey, I'm here for you. Are you listening to me? Or are you too busy trying to do that you forgot to listen before you went and did the thing, right? Trust. Spirit's got your back today, like nobody's business. And then look at Saturn is in the catalyst, okay? Saturn is here like just creating shift, helping you move things forward, giving you like you're feeling really big feels today. Some of you are going to feel like it's a lot of feels, but some of you are going to feel like it's delicious feels. And the feelings you have are around surrendering into your creativity, surrendering into your urges, being in a creative flow in a way that feels really good. So if you're feeling depressed today, if you're feeling overwhelmed today, go create. How do you create? You tap into your outlet. Do you like to draw? Do you like to sing? Do you like to walk? Do you like to, whatever you've got to do to move the issues out of your tissues will help you become more creative. Some of you are writers. Some of you need to hear the message today that it is time for you to start writing that book. Go do the outline today. Go do the outline, go get the ideas, flush it out, think about it, right? Because there's a big change that's going to happen. Uranus, which is my favorite guy. He is the, I like to call him the rogue entrepreneur. He does things a little crazy, shakes things up, makes things move. He's in the gate too, saying, hey, are you trusting universe that has your back, or are you still freaking out about it? Right? 36 is where Neptune is going explore. Let's expand. Let's look at different things. Let's see how this could feel. It's beautiful. It's exciting and it's lightning. This here, Pluto's down here in the 60. So he's kind of looking at the way we work. It is, he's kind of opening us up to, my little guy right now is putting papers under the door to communicate with me, because I'm busy at the moment doing mom stuff. And anyway, so conservation is where Pluto is hanging out. And this is the ability to find the blessings in transformation optimism. So it's to know how to focus on what's working instead of what's not working. So if you're doing something, you're trying to push that wheel up the hill and it keeps rolling back and crushing you, maybe you stop pushing it up the hill. Just saying. Maybe it's time to let the thing go. And this is part of Pluto, transformation. So everyone, just 1 second. I'm going to stop my share, come back to you here and say, that's it. I'm trying to keep things, short so you can listen and be like, it's go. That's all for today, friends. That's all for today, folks. I feel like, what was it? Roadrunner. Here we go. Let's pull a couple of cards before I set you free in the world today. And you go start writing down all these beautiful insights, all these initiations. This was a fast and furious little session today with lots of juicy insights. The life of a mom is beautiful. All right, here we go. Here's your card for today. So dreams, juicy. Pay attention to your dreams today. Maybe go meditate, go allow yourself to explore the subconscious. And here's the last one, sacral chakra. So it's perfect. I feel like I wore the right color for this today, but really connecting into the power of your sacral, connecting into the knowing, the trusting your gut. Is this right? Is this wrong? For some of you, it's going to feel like that. And I know I briefly touched base about being emotional manifestors today. Well, manifestors are 8% of the population, my friend. I happen to know quite a few, and I am one. So we're here to initiate things, you know? You're getting the energy of initiation, and I feel like it's a self-initiation today. Allow yourself to be initiated and feel the power of what it feels like to be a co-creator in this multi-dimensional, conscious universe we're moving in towards. This is what the age of Aquarius will be, is more multi-dimensional, multi-conscious, less duality, more heart-centered, living, feeling, being, doing. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your gorgeous energy with me in this moment. Hopefully this wasn't too fast and furious for you, but just enough to get you moving, help you with that initiating energy, and bring you into the new place you're meant to be going. So for those of you who are curious about the divine feminine frequency and wanting to know, where is the moon today? Where is Venus today? And how is this going to affect my feminine energy? The DFF is for you. I'll put the link below, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care.